Roger Goodell, as NFL Commissioner, is ultimately involved in the selection process for the Super Bowl halftime show performers.
We only have one shot to nail this. One shot.
You know you're still gonna get booed, right?
I'm not afraid.
I'm afraid for you.
However, the decision-making is more collaborative and typically involves several stakeholders, including the NFL's marketing and entertainment departments, the host city, and the network broadcasting the event, such as CBS, NBC, or Fox. The halftime show is overseen by Jay-Z's Rok Nation, which has served as the NFL's strategic entertainment partner since 2019. Rok Nation plays a significant role in advising the NFL on artist selection, creative direction, and performance production. Goodell's role is more about overseeing and approving final decisions to ensure the selection aligns with the league's brand and broader goals, such as appealing to diverse audiences and ensuring cultural relevance. The selection of performers reflects both commercial interests and the NFL's image strategy. Goodell works closely with partners to ensure that the event maintains its status as a premier entertainment spectacle. Jay-Z's Rok Nation began overseeing the Super Bowl halftime show in August 2019 after forming a relationship with the NFL. This partnership focuses on selecting and producing performers for the halftime show, as well as broader social justice initiatives through the league's Inspire Change program. Despite playing rock and roll music to get the crowd going, such as Start Me Up by the Rolling Stones, or Thunderstruck by AC/DC, or Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne, at the start of NFL football games, there is no rap or hip-hop representation in NFL games. Why? Because these rock and roll songs get the crowd pumped up, and it's music that the majority of them can relate to. Since 2020, NFL TV viewership has averaged around 14.9 million per regular season game. Super Bowl viewership has fluctuated with 96.4 million viewers in 2021 and 112.3 million in 2022. The audience has been predominantly male, with men accounting for 65% of the viewers, while women represent 35%. In terms of age, the largest demographic is adults aged 18 to 49. For live attendance, the NFL draws over 66,000 spectators per game on average, with attendance slightly dipping during the pandemic but rebounding by 2021. Since 2020, the NFL's audience demographics have shifted slightly regarding ethnicity. TV viewership and game attendance remains predominantly white, but other ethnic groups contribute significantly. White viewers represent about 67% of the viewers. Black viewers represent about 15%. Hispanic are 12%, and Asian and other minority groups represent the remaining percentage. For live attendance, the majority of attendees are also white, but detailed breakdowns show similar patterns to TV viewership, with Hispanic and Black attendance rising steadily. It's nearly impossible to find specific data on how many NFL viewers and game attendees listen to rap and hip-hop music. However, hip-hop and rap have a significant cultural influence among younger and diverse audiences, which are growing demographics in both NFL viewership and attendance. The genres are especially popular among Black and Hispanic groups, who make up around 15% and 12% of the NFL audience, respectively. Approximately 24% of the NFL fans are reported to enjoy country music. This genre has a strong connection with sports culture, especially in regions where country music is particularly popular, such as the southern United States. Approximately 28 to 30% of NFL fans are reported to enjoy classic rock. This genre has been a long-standing presence within sports culture, with classic rock often being used in stadiums and broadcast soundtracks. Around 52% of NFL viewers and game attendees listen to either country music or classic rock. So why are the majority of followers forced to watch rap and hip-hop for their halftime Super Bowl shows? For the record, while there have been several pop bands, the last time a classic rock band played at a halftime show was Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band in 2009. The last time a country band performed at a Super Bowl halftime show was Shania Twain in 2003. Since 2001, rap and hip-hop have performed 14 times, including P. Diddy himself in 2004. The demographics show a greater interest amongst NFL fans for country music and classic rock. So why is rap being forced upon the fans for so many consecutive years when it's not what most of the fans want to watch or hear? Kansas City Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker is facing intense criticism for his speech at Benedictine College's commencement ceremony, with many labeling his comments as dehumanizing and sexist. Despite being Catholic, Butker's remarks sparked outrage, particularly his views on poor leadership during the COVID-19 pandemic, his connection of the sin of pride to LGBT Pride Month, and his suggestion that most women would be happiest as wives and mothers. The backlash has been swift, with a petition circulating demanding the Chiefs release Butker from his contract. The controversy surrounding his speech has garnered widespread attention, with many calling for accountability and a re-evaluation of his role as a public figure.
It's just outrageous. It's completely outrageous.
I know Harrison. I've known him for 7 years, and I judge him by the character that he shows every single day, and that's a good person.
But how did the fans respond after Butker's speech? Butker's red number 7 jersey became the most popular uniform for Chiefs players on the NFL online shop, ahead of popular teammates including star quarterback Patrick Mahomes and tight end Travis Kelce. Additionally, the Kansas City Star reported Butker's jersey is also a hot seller at Fanatics. That site shows an extra large red number 7 Chiefs women's jersey with Butker's name on it is currently sold out. It's listed as one of the most popular women's jersey and one of the overall most popular jerseys. Do these values mean anything to woke Roger Goodell and the NFL? Apparently not. The woke NFL clearly prefers the values of P. Diddy and Jay-Z.
Hey mister, where can I get some of those swell shirts?
I got it at In5D Quantum Tie-Dye, little dude.
Jeepers, I need to get me some of those.
7 hours later.
Looking good, little dude.
With these In5D Quantum Tie-Dye shirts, I'm the cat's meow.
There was a time when rap represented oppression without vulgarity. There was also a time when rap and hip-hop were more about fun than violence. Remember Will Smith's Getting Jiggy With It? Remember the simplicity and easygoingness of Run DMC. In 1982, Run DMC, a pioneering hip-hop group, emerged in Hollis, Queens, New York City. The group was led by Run, who was also managed by his brother, Russell Simmons. Simmons, a visionary entrepreneur, co-founded Def Jam Records, a groundbreaking black-owned record label that went on to achieve significant success. One of Run DMC's most iconic collaborations was their 1986 cover of Aerosmith's Walk This Way, which helped to bridge the gap between rock and hip-hop music. And while the members of Run DMC didn't necessarily run with P. Diddy, manager Russell Simmons had his connections. Rap and hip-hop normalized things like degradingly referring to women as hoes, overuse of the N-word, drugs, guns, violence, profanity, the use of horrific grammar, and more.
So I'm a musician. What the fuck that mean? Make magic or something?
I think you're confusing that.
Yeah, I'm not no musician. I make music.
Just really quick, I think you're confusing.
I'm not confusing nothing because you don't know. You thought that all I was a magician or whatever the fuck you said.
See, that's what I think you think I said.
No,
I said musician, not magician.
I don't think, baby, I don't think.
These are not exactly the role models you want for your children. But now, rappers are stepping forward and are corroborating the debauchery within the industry. And this isn't just about rap and hip-hop. As we've seen in the past, hard rock has its own connections to Satanism and corruption. But that's another article, right, Tommy Lee? But what's the real motive or agenda behind these performances? Is it just a coincidence that these artists, all with ties to Diddy, have been selected to headline the Super Bowl halftime show? Or is there something more sinister at play? Roger Goodell, the woke NFL commissioner, has an openly gay brother named Michael Goodell. Michael has spoken publicly about his experiences as a gay man and how his family, including Roger, have supported him. Roger Goodell has also been an advocate for LGBTQ+ inclusion in sports, which aligns with his personal connection through his brother. In the following video, Jaguar Wright, who has attended P. Diddy parties, stated that there's a homosexual agenda designed to depopulate and dilute the black population, amongst other intentions.
Got a lot of motherfuckers pushing this gay agenda. But why? Because if we're gonna push the gay narrative, because what we're doing is we're putting a bunch of gay men out there and telling little girls, this is the guy. This is Prince Charming. This is the dream. But he don't like you. See, they don't tell you that part. See, they don't tell you that part. They say, this is the guy, and then you go and you chase after that guy. And, oh, well, he's just acting a little weird. Oh, he's just acting a little standoffish. Well, you know, girls are coming on to him all the time. He just wants to make sure I really love him before he spends real time with me. No, he likes dick. No. Why ain't he telling you that, though? Because they're trying to trick black people into not wanting to make babies anymore. That's why. They're not infecting our race with their mixing and commingling to dilute us as quickly as they like.
The NFL brand is constantly pushing a woke agenda, whether it's the LGBTQ+ agenda, kneeling for the national anthem, the playing of the black national anthem, DEI hiring, etc. And this isn't necessarily a knock against any of that, but the NFL has become overbearing with Commissioner Goodell's wokeness.
The NFL and the commissioner, he's let his sport deteriorate on the field so badly, and he has completely lost control because he has no relationship with the players. The players detest him. They don't believe one word out of this commissioner's mouth, nor should they, because he has no credibility, and everything he does in this league is messed up. Everything. This league is a disaster right now.
There is a National Gay Flag Football League that is not officially part of the NFL. However, the NGFFL, as it's called, has developed connections with the NFL in terms of support and collaboration on initiatives promoting diversity and inclusion. The NGFFL, which was founded in 2002, serves as a national organization for LGBTQ+ flag football teams and leagues. The NFL has publicly supported LGBTQ+ initiatives and events such as Pride, aligning with its broader commitment to diversity. For example, in 2018, the NFL partnered with the NGFFL to sponsor the Gay Bowl.
Welcome to Gay Bowl 19!
You can't even point a finger to symbolize getting a first down nowadays without receiving a 15-yard penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct for what the woke NFL sees as emulating a gun. Remember when the NFL told the Washington Redskins that they had to change their team's name because the word Redskins was offensive? Listen to what this Native American has to say about that.
I'm so sick of hearing that seeing Native Americans is racist, right? Because your people decided that in order to protect my Native American heritage, we must remove the Redskins logo.
Ask yourself what the equivalent would be if directed toward African Americans, Hispanics, Asians, or members of any other ethnic group. Redskins can't possibly honor a heritage or a noble character trait, nor can it possibly be considered a neutral term. It's an insult, a slur, no matter how benign the present day intent.
We must remove the lady from the Land O'Lakes, Butter. We must remove Red Man Chew. There are so many examples of you guys erasing Native American culture to protect it.
Many people will argue that the NFL uses their halftime shows to promote various satanic agendas, amongst other agendas. Is this true? Why don't you be the judge for yourself?
See me zoning at the Met, buzzing on these niggas, champagne on my breath, yes! I was like, yeah.
It was great, it was so much energy, it was hot. Wonderful for a visual artist to cross the borders, different medium, and music always being the most immaterial form of art.
I've been in rooms at the top of the top, which albums are prayed over demonically. Music is prayed over demonically. That goes out to the world, goes out to the radio stations, goes out to the public. Hollywood is doing a great job of it too, because that's what it's there to do, is to make you think it's all nonsense. Of course. It's a satanic music industry. For all your Sam Smiths, to your Dojo Cats, to your Beyoncés, they are so demonic, it's unbelievable.
I guess to drink each other's blood might mislead people, or like people are imagining us with like goblets and we're like Game of Thrones drinking each other's blood. It's just a few drops, but yes, we do consume each other's blood on occasion for ritual purposes only. It is used for a reason, and it is controlled, where it's like, let's shed a few drops of blood and each drink it. He's much more haphazard and hectic and chaotic, where he's willing to just like cut his chest open with broken glass and be like, take my soul.
There appears to be a dumbing down of society that's been going on for a number of years now. If you look at an interview of virtually anyone from the 1920s to the 1950s, they had a much better command of the human language than we do now. And that becomes quite obvious through social media. George Orwell's 1984 predicted this when he wrote, "Football, beer, and above all, gambling filled up the horizon of their minds. To keep them in control was not difficult." It's almost as if Mike Judge's Idiocracy was a glimpse into the future, and that future is now. The similarities between George Orwell's dystopian novel 1984 and today's society are hard to ignore. Orwell imagined a future where the government had complete control over its people, shaping their thoughts and actions through propaganda, surveillance, and censorship. Sadly, many of these elements are now visible in modern life. The rise of social media, reality TV, and other entertainment has contributed to a decline in critical thinking, intellectual curiosity, and language skills. Orwell warned that the breakdown of language and suppression of independent thought are key steps toward totalitarianism. Today, the preference for simple, emotional, and often misleading communication has led to a culture where complexity and depth are lost in favor of quick, entertaining content. In this way, 1984 reminds us of the need to protect our ability to think critically and engage in informed decisions. The NFL and Commissioner Roger Goodell need to be held accountable for their decisions and connections. Here are some questions Goodell needs to answer. After seeing P. Diddy's connection to Jay-Z, how much longer will Jay-Z's Rok Nation oversee the Super Bowl halftime show? Why doesn't the NFL bend over backwards, no pun intended, for our homeless veterans and vets in general, as much as they do for gay pride? When will the public finally see bands not connected somehow to P. Diddy, such as any country music act or other musicians not associated with Diddy and or Jay-Z's Rok Nation? What is the ultimate agenda of P. Diddy's influence on the NFL and the Super Bowl halftime show? How does Jay-Z's Rok Nation partnership with the NFL affect the selection of halftime performers? These are just a few of many questions, as you can see. The NFL's partnership with these artists is not just about entertainment. It's about promoting a specific agenda, one that Diddy has been pushing for years. His influence on the music industry is undeniable, and now that he's been exposed, we're seeing the full extent of his control. The connections between these artists are not just professional, they're personal. Diddy has been using his own power and influence to manipulate and control these artists, using them to further his own agenda. And the NFL, complicit in this corruption, has been using the Super Bowl halftime shows as a platform to promote Diddy's vision. But the truth is finally out, and now it's time to question the motivations behind these partnerships. Is the Super Bowl halftime show really just a celebration of music and entertainment, or is it a tool for Diddy to promote his own interests? The people deserve to know the truth, and it's time for the music and entertainment industry to be held accountable for its corruption. The arrest and charges against P. Diddy are just the beginning, and we can only hope that justice will be served and truth will be revealed. Stay tuned for more on the N5D channel. Also, please like, share, and subscribe.